So this afternoon I've got Angela with us, and I've waited so long to record this one. I've been really excited. Angela is my go-to whenever I've got a question about bundling. So a lot of her inventory is based on bundling, and you create your own listings, and it's something that I find really fascinating and can be quite lucrative, I believe. So do you want to tell us a little bit about your business and your bundling and how you approach it?
Hi everybody, so I'm Angela. I've been selling on Amazon now for maybe 18 months. I first started, we were talking earlier about who was the first person you saw on Amazon, and literally I was on a train down to London and I was reading this article in the Daily Mail about this guy called Elliot who was making 40 grand a year selling on Amazon, selling used books on Amazon.
Oh wow.
And I was on this train on my way to meet my husband, having this weekend away without the kids, reading this article thinking, oh my God, like, is this really, can people do this? Can people, I've been living abroad for like 10 years, 12 years. So I never knew you could sell on Amazon. So I'm reading this article and in the article, he talks about Resi Resells and all of these other people. So, you know, I ended up watching all of his YouTube videos as everyone does. And I got to London and I downloaded the Amazon app and I literally dragged my husband around all of the used bookstores all over London.
I bet he loved that.
So I literally started this journey selling used books. And yeah, so that, because I didn't know that you could sell things like grocery. I mean, I didn't even think anyone would ever buy grocery.
No, me neither.
Like, it's ridiculous. Yeah. So here I am selling used books, and I found Luke Pasteur, who's a bookseller.
Yeah.
He was about to do a course on how to, you know, raise your game. So I thought, right, I'm going to invest a bit of money. I'm going to put some money behind me and I'm going to do his course. And then he cancelled his course before he even started it, and I was gutted. But then at this point, I'd already joined all of these other Facebook groups and could see all these people doing this thing called OA and RA and all this. And I'm like, what is this business? This is just crazy. So last Christmas, I literally jumped in with both feet, managed to get ungated in November in toys.
Wow.
And,
that must have been a serious baptism of fire, having toys in November as a new seller. Wow.
Yeah, so I was like, you know, Black Friday weekend last year, I was suddenly, you know, able to buy toys, and I ended up buying all these toys, didn't really know what I was looking at. Managed to get them sent into Amazon and did all right at Christmas. Wasn't my best month, but it was a massive learning journey.
Yeah.
But as part of that journey, I got to meet loads of different people, and one of the people I met was Natalie, Natalie Cromie, and she did an advanced selling course, and that's where my bundling journey really began, because I did her selling course, her advanced selling course, because I really got to know how Amazon worked when I was doing the books, and she taught me and taught all of us who did that course all about, you know, bundling, what to look for, what are the advantages, how to create your own bundles, and how to create your unique bundles. And from there on in, it just exploded. And
so do you focus on that now? Is that like the main element of your business, bundles?
Yeah, I would honestly say, so at the minute, I've just done, so in the last 12 months, I've just hit my £100,000 revenue target.
Wow.
So I'm super excited about that.
Well done,
I was only £500 short of my revenue target for November, which I'm gutted. So I saw David post earlier, he's extending November into the 1st of December. So I'm hoping today I'm going to hit my number. But yeah, so I would say now 70% of what I do are bundles.
Wow.
And that can be from anything that's already available on Amazon that I found, or it could be something that I've created myself, which is either a standard multi-pack or products that complement each other, or it's a unique bundle and that I've created myself from scratch and created my own listing, that sort of thing.
So what are the advantages of making bundles or having bundles?
Oh my goodness. Number one, less competition. That is probably the most important thing, because you could find an item and it could be gold, and then all of a sudden the flocks join you, it's been on a listing somewhere, and everyone hits you. So I had an item recently that was selling really, really well. I was buying it for, I think, £2.50, and I was selling it for £12.50.
Wow,
And
that's
there was only maybe 2 or 3 of us on the listing, and we were consistently selling at £12.50. Brilliant. And then it must have hit a deal sheet, because you look at the keeper graph, and the number of sellers just jumped.
Just rockets,
like,
doesn't it?
honestly, it's
awful.
ridiculous. And the price just tanked, and it's never recovered. So
is it not recovered?
no, the price just, and now there's still all those listings. It's still, I would say it's probably on at £8.99 now, maybe it's touching £9, but not the £12.50. We were enjoying that £6 profit.
So what do you do in that situation? Do you just accept it and move on? Or
Well, I was a bit naughty. I thought I'd be a little bit strategic in the beginning, and I knocked my price right down to make everyone else follow me, and then I put my price up.
Did it work?
So hoping everyone would sell out, and then I would stay there. But there was that many people on the listing, because I think it must have been on 2 or 3 different deal sheets.
They did
that I ended up taking my stock out, created a new listing, and because people, it's the type of item that people would buy multiples of.
Okay.
And there wasn't a multiple listing, so I made it into a 2-pack, and I sent my stock back in as a 2-pack.
And you're happily bumbling along on your own?
I'm happy bumbling on my own.
Brilliant.
No competition. It's a 2-pack. I need to do a bit of PPC behind it, because obviously it's not got the sales like the previous listing.
Yep.
But I'm expecting after January, it's quite a seasonal product as well, sells more at certain times of year, that my multi-pack listing hopefully will sell.
So what makes a good bundle? Can you just bundle like random stuff together? Because there's this guy, or it might be a lady, I've no idea. There's this person who sells, they've got a hot chocolate listing, and they've got 3 packs of hot chocolate or options or something, and then next to it is this random pack of birdseed, like this envelope ridiculous thing, and it's got their company name printed on it, so they've got a little stamp or something. But
so they're trying to make it unique. So, and is there only one person on that listing?
There's only one person on the listing, and no one else can work out where to buy this.
You'll find that people create these crazy listings. There's a couple where there's a multi-pack of shower gels, but then they've created a top tip how to wash your hair guide. And I think
sellers really do that. Do sellers really fall for that?
I mean, I've jumped on that listing a few times, and I've not had my top tips included, and I've sold and no one's complained. But I suppose, you know, if somebody really wanted that list and it wasn't included, then they could complain about it. But that's just someone trying to make their listing unique so no one else jumps on it. But
are there better ways of making it unique?
Totally. I mean, I would say there's probably 3 key ways in the beginning where you can work on bundles. The first one is the most obvious, like you've described, the multi-pack. So if one item you find is selling really, really well, and it's a single item, but it'd work really well as a 2-pack or a 3-pack or a 6-pack, then bundle it together, as there's lots of these that exist already. The second way is bundling together items that complement each other. So you described the shampoo, the hair conditioner.
Really curly, lots of curly hair.
Yeah, so you could do the shampoo, the conditioner, and the brush that helps with really curly hair. That could be a bundle. Or the toothbrush, the toothpaste, the floss.
Okay.
The mouth, So already you're thinking things that complement each other. So that's the most important thing. It's got to be complementary, and it's got to offer the Amazon consumer convenience, because they don't want to be going to 5 different places to buy things to put them together. So if you can create that for them. So over the last month, people have been getting ready for the December the 1st with advent calendars.
Yeah.
Many listings on Amazon for advent calendars. But the ones that I've been interested in, and the ones that have worked well for me, are the ones where it's been a multi-pack. So instead of just one single calendar, it's been a pack of 6 or a pack of 3, or maybe it's been a pack of 3 or 4 different calendars bundled together. I've got a couple of kids, you know, one will want Peppa Pig, one will want something else. So if you can offer the Amazon consumer convenience by bundling that together, then that seems to work as well.
So do you have to bundle in like the safe categories? And I mean like beauty and grocery and all that. Can you literally do anything? Can you put like a sports bundle or a baby bundle or pet bundle? Could you literally anything?
Yeah, you've described loads of great ideas
I
there.
know. It's awesome.
So a new
My brain's
parent
like, the
bundle.
fireworks. Yeah, you could do a new baby bundle. Oh my God.
Yeah, there's lots of those. So I think if you want to get started with bundling, I would go with the more obvious, see
Right.
what's already available on Amazon. Use a category that really interests you,
Okay.
or something that you're already selling really well. So look in your inventory, what's got good sales, what keeps getting tanked, what keeps getting jumped on, and see if you can build on that listing from there. So if you've got something, I don't know, like I'm trying to think now.
You can use any example. The hair example is it
Yeah.
always works because you've got
Yeah,
people
or
that
pet
fine
food. You
hair.
might have pet food, but then you might want to bundle it together with a nice ball and
Okay.
the tag for the dog. So a new pet bundle
Oh.
as a gift. You can make it into a
Oh.
gifting item. There's loads of ideas. You could literally look at each season and bring something out for each individual season or each individual event when you look at the calendar of
So are
everything
you
that's
now
going on.
thinking about what Valentine's Day? Because
Yeah,
obviously Christmas
absolutely.
is done now, so you're looking at. See, for me, I'm a bit of a soppy. I'm not really soppy romantic, so I kind of skip over that one. I hope I get some chocolates. I'm going straight for the gardening one. I'm going straight for spring. So I'm
Yes.
thinking like, I mean, I've never created a listing. I kind of need to. I'm a bit intimidated by it actually, but I'm thinking like a trowel or you know
Yeah.
a spade, little spade, and some like carrot seeds, parsnip seeds, and broccoli seeds or something. Would
Yeah.
something like that work?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Would you buy it? Or would
Yeah,
you buy it for a
I'd
gift?
buy it for a gift.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I
that's the
like the
thing,
idea of
it's
being different
convenience.
because
And
it's
that's when you can make it unique. So that's kind of, you know, once you've got experience with bundling and you know how it works and you can see the benefits and the advantages and the convenience and you're comfortable with creating a listing on Amazon, that's when you can get creative and create something for yourself. So that's your more unique bundle. You could do what you've just described, packaged it up in a lovely gift box, have a nice branded sticker created that's personal to you and your business, and send that into Amazon. There's
so
lots of
I'm really
examples of
intimidated
those.
by the whole create your own listing thing, right? So I've got a business built on the back of other listings. I'm going to hands up and own that. Um, I'm a bit like, so you've got to take photographs, which have got to be on white background and take it and Amazon suppress it if it's not perfect. And you've got to do your keywords. You know, are there any tips and tricks? Is there any ways around it all? Because I'm just completely overwhelmed. And I sort of think like, do I really have time to take like 45 pictures of something from different angles and all that sort of stuff? Are there any tips and tricks? I mean, do you have to take proper pictures?
No. I think if it's something which you're investing a lot of time and money in and you're creating it unique to you, then yes,
Okay.
you can either use a company that will do that for you, or you could get one of these boxes, light boxes, which enables you to get that perfect white background.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of bundles at the minute where the photography isn't great and you know I need to
Does that
invest a
make
bit
a
more.
difference to the sales?
I
Can you
think so,
notice that?
yeah. Because
Okay.
it's the first thing you look at, isn't it? You look at the title and you look at the photo, and then if you want more information, you'll read
Yeah.
on. And the keywords are important because that's where Amazon will build their algorithm to pick up certain keywords. So, but if you're just creating a multi-pack or a standard grocery item, and you're having other grocery items around it that complement each other, you don't need to do photography. I would literally just copy paste pictures already available on Google Image, put them in a PowerPoint presentation, and make one slide, one feature slide, put it in a JPEG and attach it to Amazon. And they do,
Wow.
there is an option of having 9 pictures, and Amazon do like you to have all 9 complete.
Okay.
And they're like, if you're going to go down the more unique bundling, they like you to have more lifestyle shots. So if you're
Okay.
creating something, I don't know, Easter time for kids, then they would love to have shots of kids playing with whatever you've created.
That
But
sounds good.
that's something you can look
If
into
you're
further
making
down the
something, if
line.
you're making like a new mum pack that's like
Yeah.
40 odd quid and quite valuable, what if you're just putting together like 4 packs of soup or 4 packs of tea or something? Should you really go? That sounds like a lot of hard work for something
No,
that's
I
quite
would
generic.
literally just copy paste images that are already available. If for that item there is already a single, a 2-pack, a 4-pack, and a 6-pack, and the only one missing is a 3-pack, I wouldn't bother, because people can already buy it in lots of different multiples.
Oh, okay.
Maybe someone might want that tea with a nice set of biscuits, or that tea with a nice teapot, or, you know, there's other ways that you could bundle things
So you
together.
can literally, like, I've got fireworks going off, you can literally bundle anything, can't you then?
Yeah, you might have
like
a good, but there's a few good places to start. One of the good places to start is look at your inventory already, see what's selling well, what would complement each other, and see if those bundles already exist on Amazon. Another good idea is I'm always a bit nervous in supermarkets, standing too long, looking at shelves, scanning.
Yeah.
So I literally go in and just take photographs of shelves. I'll walk into, I don't know, Sainsbury's, I'll go to their grocery aisle, and I will just literally take photos of all their shelves. And then when I come home, I'll do a bit of research online, look at Keeper, see what's selling, what could be bundled together, what's already available. There's many bundles. Don't be ashamed to jump on other people's bundles.
Yeah,
we all jump on each other's.
Just don't tank it. That's the only rule.
Don't tank the price.
So you can literally put anything together. You've just got like tea and a teapot. That would be like, that's just like,
as long as it's complementary, and as long as it's offering the consumer convenience.
Wow.
You wouldn't put two random things together like you described in the beginning.
No.
Because it's offering no convenience whatsoever, and it doesn't complement each other.
And it all looks a bit weird. And I wonder if Amazon will actually take that away at some point, because they're quite hot on the customer experience. And I don't know. I think it might be a bit of a weird one. Okay, so what sort of profit are you looking at with a bundle? Is it more than traditional kind of £2.50, 30% ROI? Can you kind of, sky's the limit, I suppose?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if you can buy things from different places and bundle them together, and you can get the best possible price, and you take that time to find them, then the profitability is, you can, I mean, when I'm creating something myself, I'm looking at 50-60% ROI minimum.
Wow.
Before we even implement. And I would always do a test run first.
Yep.
So I would send maybe 5 in to begin with and see how it goes, and then send another 5 in. And then that's when, you know, you start building them as replenishables. So a lot of my bundles are things that I order week in, week out.
Okay.
It's just like doing your supermarket shopping at the end of the day.
You just got a bundle list.
Yeah, I have my bundle list. I see what's selling, and, you know, I have some that don't make great profit, but they sell well. So as an individual item, you know, the more they sell, the more profit they're generating.
It's compounding, isn't it? Most of my entire inventory only sells 5, 7 or 8 a month, because I try and avoid other sellers, and I try and keep under the radar deal sheets. But if I've got 1,000 items selling 5 a month, there's your power, your compounding. Yeah, I'm very much
the only thing with beauty, just to be aware of, is if it's items which aren't recognized, sometimes they're going to hazmat quite quickly. So if you do want to get started, I would probably only look at bundles that exist already on Amazon, because they've gone through that hazmat checking. Whereas grocery, DIY, pets,
they're everywhere, aren't they? You can literally bundle anything, can't you?
You can think of anything.
So what makes a bad bundle? What's the maximum number of items you put in a product?
Yeah, I wouldn't go more than 6, to be honest. And you don't want it to be too big and heavy and bulky, because you're going to have to wrap it, make sure, you know, it's wrapped properly, make sure it's, if it's grocery, you might have individual expiry dates. So you need to make sure you've got good expiry in each one. And that the right expiries in the system for Amazon to recognize it. But the good thing about bundling is you can grow at your own pace. You can do as many or as little.
It's fun.
You know,
it's
fun. It is.
Kind of like fizzle all these ideas out. I was going to have another question. How many bundles do you kind of find a week or a month? Is it something where they're very, very hard to find, take a long time to?
No, I think you just approach it like you do any other sourcing session. Okay. I might be doing some manual sourcing, but then I suddenly, you know what it's like, you find something, you click, it's like a rabbit hole, isn't it? You end up kind of spiraling down this like never ending, suddenly you've been online for like 4 hours.
And you're never doing started.
I might come across things that I think, okay, that would bundle well with that, or that's a good price, or I've seen that somewhere before. And do a lot of reverse sourcing as well with bundling. So, you know, you could type a brand into, start off with the brand name, for instance, into Amazon and see what pops up, see if anything already exists. So advent calendars, we'll use that as an example. If I haven't, I think I might have mentioned it before. You type in advent calendars, great, good research to do now for next year, because they'll still be online. Whereas if you're searching for advent calendars in August, you can never find the listing.
Yeah, true.
So do your advent calendar research now for next year and see what bundles exist and what's worked well. People are doing multi-packs, there's different brands together.
So is there anything you have to do? Do you have to, because with your listing, I'm darting around a bit, sorry, back to listings. Keywords, I've heard that you can't put the brand in the keyword, or is there some sort of rule where you have to put something particular in the title? You can't put the brand.
It's a bit of try. So the first thing to create a listing on Amazon, you need to have what's called your GS1 codes.
Okay.
So you need to register with GS1 and they give you your ASIN number.
Isn't that 120 quid or something for the year? Is that
for the year? Yeah, and you get about 1,000 codes, if not more. Some people can order them from eBay and do it that way, but I've always been told if you're going to do it, do it properly.
I wouldn't want this bundle to be brilliant and then do all my effort and then have Amazon remove it.
So, and it might, if you're buying them secondhand, they might have already been used, so that code might have already existed, and that's why it's getting suppressed. So I think if you're going to do it properly in the beginning, you use GS1. Have your photographs and everything ready. It's a way of building your page about the product. Look at what other people have done. So if there's a similar product already available, look at what keywords they're using, look at how they've described it, and just pick off other people's to begin with. I mean, if you're going to go down the more unique bundling, where it's a product that you've designed specifically, you might need to do a lot more keyword research to see what to the buzzwords, what's working well. As for the title, it's trial and error. I mean, I had a few with Cadbury's in the title that just kept getting suppressed. The minute I took the word Cadbury out, it was accepted, and then I just used the word Cadbury in the description instead.
So if you've got a new listing that you make, because I've probably said it before, but I'm quite intimidated by it all, to be honest. I'm more scared of doing something wrong. In fact, I'm more scared of upsetting.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't want to rock that boat, you know. I'm quite happy bumbling along as I am. So if you put Cadbury's in the title and it suppresses it, and Amazon aren't happy, does that have a knock-on effect with anything else? Is it just that one listing, and they won't be upset with anything else on your account or anything?
No, it's funny because there was one just a few weeks ago where I added the word Cadbury wasn't in the title, and I took it was out, and then for some reason I added it in like randomly, and everyone on that listing got an IP claim.
No, I bet you.
So I quickly realized, took the word out, and the listing was fine again.
Okay.
Strange, isn't it?
Okay,
so it's a bit of trial and error. But yeah, there's certain, you need to write down the manufacturer, the brand name. In those instances, you don't write the manufacturer.
Just Google.
You don't write, you just put the word several in both of those. So if anyone's got any questions over and above and they want to touch base with me, they're more than welcome.
So the moral of the story is it's not as complicated, because it just seems really complicated. And that's what's put me off.
You're right. Everything's a little bit daunting with Amazon if you've never done it before. But then once you've done it, you know, there's people out there who literally just create new listing.
Yeah, I know. I've got a couple of those people, and I sort of follow them and see what they're up to and get the idea bit's easy. I can come with 100 ideas. It's the photographs and the keywords and all that. Just I think, I don't know if I'm doing it right, and I don't want to upset Amazon. So
see, that's when you need to find someone else who enjoys doing it, and you do it together. You know, we network together on Amazon, and I'm more than happy to create listings for other people, and we all work on them together. That's
okay. So if I had a really awesome bundle idea from a source that you may not know about, something like local to Kent, maybe, because we live like 300 miles apart, don't we? So if I found something from like a Kent farm shop or something, we could work together. There's no reason why you can't team up, is there?
Why wouldn't we?
Wow, that's really kind of eye-opening.
I think as long as you're working with people that you trust and are like-minded, then we're all here to...
It doesn't need to be this lonely dog-eat dog.
No, and do you know what? That's been the biggest lesson for me, because I feel that in your group and many other groups, I'm surrounded by all my colleagues. Like
Yeah.
we motivate each other.
Yeah.
And we're competitors at the same time.
But it's
And it's so funny because I'll jump on a listing and I'll know you're on it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, Emily's on this
Yeah,
one.
yeah. And you posted your £100,000 sales, and everyone was really pleased for you. I think it doesn't have to be such a fighting negative world. We can all. I think there's enough. Amazon have got millions and millions of listings. We can all do well without kind of tanking prices and things. I think that's a really
Yeah.
good. So I didn't even think about working together. So maybe if you particularly know sport, or you know DIY, or you know a category, I've got some secret sources. But you don't, that could be a really good idea too. You're going to be inundated with offers now. It's going to be contacting you. No, that's really awesome. So have you got any other kind of tips? I mean, do you have to prep your own bundles? Can you use
I use a prep center. So if it's a bundle that already exists on Amazon and it's quite self-explanatory how it's put together, then the prep center will put that together for me. It's an additional cost. If it's something unique that we've designed ourselves and there's a gift box included and wrapping paper and this stickers and items from multiple sources, I'll just send a detailed brief to the prep center with photographs of how I want it to look. They will bundle it together for me, send me photographs of what it looks like before they send it to Amazon. And then they'll send it into Amazon and they'll send me one back home at my address. And then I will take all the photos. If it's unique, then it needs proper photography. And then it goes live. So don't be afraid. If you're using prep centers, if you've got a good relationship with your prep center and you can talk them through the process and what you're thinking and your ideas, and as long as they've got the time, then why wouldn't they do it? It might cost an extra 20p per item.
Not that much more expensive. It's still in the realms of what's kind of possible.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them have their costs with what additional costs already for a bundle. It's if you're going the extra mile and there's a bit more involved, just have a conversation with them.
So sorry, you keep saying things. I keep meaning to finish because we're running out of time, but then I want to add something else. So you said about gift boxes and shredded paper and all that sort of stuff. Where does all that come in? I'm like,
there's so many wholesalers. It's so funny because we've created something for Christmas. And there's so many wholesalers for gift boxes, and we were getting all excited about all these different suppliers. And actually the cheapest and the quickest was buying them from Amazon.
Oh, wow.
And I could buy one, check the quality. And then if they were great, I just then had 100 of them sent to the prep center.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you get your box all flat packed and you make it up yourself. And then you get someone to design you some stickers, some kind of shredded paper and make it look.
Yeah, you could. So the shredded paper we just bought from Amazon as well, it sounds really bad. We're buying from Amazon to create bundles to sell on Amazon, but honestly, it seemed to be, I mean, we'll reevaluate in January once we've had the sales. But in the short time frame we had to get it done, buying from Amazon was the best price and the quickest time frame.
Yeah. So
and the quality of the box was fantastic. So we were really
Mother's Day like that, because a Mother's Day would like a really nice box with, maybe a mug or whatever you want to do for your mum.
Yeah,
that might be okay. So all right, okay. So are any of your bundles like evergreen? Do they sell all the year through, or do you just do like Christmas done, Easter done?
No. So we've got like I say, I would say 70% of my inventory is a bundle. So there's a lot of replenishables, and then we'll create stuff as and when the season allows. So we're planning now for spring, so Easter. I've already seen Easter eggs in the shop this morning.
I love
I'm always nervous about Easter eggs on Amazon, though. Are you? Have you ever sold Easter eggs?
No, I haven't sold them. No, because I always find in April it can be really warm weather, and I imagine mine getting cranky in the fulfillment centre. So I'm a bit worried about chocolate.
Yeah, no, funnily enough, I was doing loads of chocolate earlier this year, and then the summertime hit. And we were all told to get your chocolate out, don't send any more chocolates. And then I kept sending, and I was getting complaints.
Oh, well, you did it all melt.
Yeah, and then I withdrew. I actually took out a lot of my chocolate bundles. In fact, no, Cadbury's was suddenly suppressed.
Yes.
So all my Cadbury's bundles I had to bring out. And on reflection, looking at them, they were just, because they'd all been flat packed together, they were all stuck together, they'd all gone white.
Fulfillment centres. I've got to go and do a tour of them, but apparently they're really hot. It's more in the UPS vans. They can sit in those vans in direct sunlight for like hours waiting for their slot to go in. That worries me a little bit. I'm a bit of a wuss. I worry about listings. I worry about loads of things.
I think if it's in a gift box, you're okay. But I was doing individual bags and seeing what they look like when I managed to get them returned. It wasn't good. So
for me, there are millions and millions of items on Amazon. So I'm very much you know, if chocolate's going to melt, don't do chocolate. There's always something else to do. I'm very picky. Yeah, I mean, I got done for Nintendo. So I was selling this plushie. I was selling it for like 6 months, minding my own business. Went to Replay it, checked it on SAS. All of a sudden, I'm gated.
Wow.
And I was like, wow. And I did the same happen with Nivea and Simple. So now I try really hard to make sure I've got no more than like 5% of my inventory in one brand, because if the brand suddenly have a bit of a hissy fit, or you know, you're not suspended, but you're you regated, that could be a big, if you've gone heavy in something like Colgate, that could really do some harm. So I'm very much there's so many things to do. So bundles is exciting. It's never ending.
It is. I mean, that's one thing to bear in mind. You can't, if you're gated in a category and you think, oh, I'm going to try and get around this by bundling it together with something else, you need to be ungated in the categories that you're bundling together. So you couldn't, if you're gated in grocery and you're creating a grocery bundle, you need to be ungated in that category. You can't.
Would you ever mix categories? Would you ever mix, or is that doesn't really happen? I suppose. I don't see how. Maybe
there is a few rules. So it's worth checking the Amazon terms and conditions before you start bundling, because you can't bundle a book together with other items, and you can't bundle DVDs. So there's probably some other rules as well. I'd have to go back through my notes from when we did Natalie's course, but from off the top of my head, it was books and DVDs.
They seem quite specific though, so if you stick to the main beaten track, you should be fine. If that's
I mean, like I say in the beginning, I would start with looking at what's already available on Amazon
and what you like, stuff you like.
What you like, absolutely.
That's really awesome. Thank you so much for your time. It's been really good fun.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
You need to go out now, or go and buy a large bottle of gin, because you're going to be inundated with people going, can we bundle stuff? No, it's great. No, that's awesome. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Emily.
Oh, my pleasure. What I might do is I might try and ask you to work with me to create like a little guide for people who want to create listings and stuff.
Yeah, maybe let's do that.
PDF or something, because I don't really know how to guide people, but I think a lot of people just need something like a step-by-step thing to follow. So maybe we could do that in the springtime once Q4's calmed down and we're back to normality. But so thank you so much. I'll keep in touch.
My pleasure.
Take care. Bye.
Bye, Emily. Bye, everyone.